5 white girls, but they're not Spice Girls. Just my girls, like a smart white girl. I'm in an all black coupe, like dark black girl. These here Jimmy Choo's, not off white girl. 5 AKs and they popped in sync. Got 5 little bays and they popped in drink. If it's not bright pink, then it's not my drink. These bright white links make your eyesight weak. Running through a bag like YouTube money. New Orleans nigga got buku money. I boo through some. I wish you do something. Milking this shit like a yoo-hoo bunny. Got a pipe plane lit and a Bluetooth. 20 gonna spit like a new tooth coming. Everybody fire like a FUBU company. Whole bunch of zeros like a new bag of funnies. 20 got shot is like Bluetooth buns. Shoot through mountains, talking that shit and I do brownies. I punch these boys, I ground them. Yeah, these funny ass boys, I clown them. I'm laughing so hard, laugh loud. That yeah, young money so raw, no condom, no teeth, just jaws, just tonsils. Fuck everything that they say about me. I done fucked every bad bitch still on South Beach. Money talk, mine just gave a nice speech, just lay the bitch down like Layla Ali. Sitting in the throne trying to stay in my seat. It costs to be the boss, bitch, play with my feet. Always smoke blunts, get the J and white feet. Every now and then I might hit the J like Kyrie. The ones that hate me the most are just like me. They tatted up and say they ghosts just like me. If I inspire you, that's so inspired. That hoe can get fired. Might stay there or might not even rock them. Bad bitch, nice top, nice bottom. Fucking with my chains on, she melt the ice out. Superstar dick spread it like casket niggas up, but I closed it. Y'all, what's up? This is Miss Mecca's Take. Tuesday from 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time until 9 o'clock p.m. Thank you so much for everybody who has shown me love on YouTube. I appreciate y'all so much. If you'd like to engage with me on my Instagram, my Instagram is at Miss Mecca's Take. And you will not have a hard time finding me because every single social media that I have has a picture of me. Me, just me. No avatars, none of that. Just me and also my real name. So shout out to Miss Mecca's Take, I believe, at the real Miss Mecca on Twitter and Miss Mecca's Take on Instagram, I think. I guess I should have had that already together. But anyway, y'all, happy Tuesday, the Tuesday of Love Week. Valentine's Day is going to be on Saturday this week. The weather is expected to be beautiful here in Dallas, Texas. So I am excited about man, I don't even know if this is like TMI, but I kind of lost count a little bit ago. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is going to be Love Month, okay, Love Day is on February 14th. That's 2/14. If my calculations are correct, this is going to be the 14th anniversary of me having no sex on Valentine's Day. No date, no plans. But so listen, as I say that 14, I hadn't really sat down and done the math. And this week, I've been running my ass around this town like Henry Hill, okay, minus the cocaine. On Goodfellas, you remember he was running around, he had to go pick up Mike from the hospital, he needed somebody to stir the soup, he had to make it to his girl house to go get the dope, he had to go carrying listen, all of that shit like that been going on, minus the cocaine in my life this week. So forgive me if I got something a little bit wrong in the event, because this is what I know, and this is the part of life that is scary. Like, shout out to my exes, but it kind of scares me a little bit that people would rather, like, unless you have a very, very specific purpose, which I respect everybody's purpose for whatever it is they feel like that they got to do. But unless you have a specific purpose, like, you should rather want to talk to me. Like, it's kind of weird, that you kind of spy on me, on the background, and you're spying on people and paying money to spy on folks. It's just really just very, very kind of weird. I watch a lot of movies, and it reminds me of them people that, they break in their basement and they got pictures of people all over the wall. Like, just come out of the basement and just be real, with yourself. I don't have any intentions. I never will. I'm not even saying intentions. I never will ever go back to one of my exes. So if that's what you got on your mind, get it off, because it ain't going to happen. And speaking of my exes, I only kind of thought about them because, it's just been some weird ass shit going on. But in addition to that, If I'm wrong about that 14 years, if there is a person in the United States of America, Africa, Russia, China, or anywhere overseas that can say that they've slept with me within the last 14 years, like I'm a liar, please hit me up and let me know, because I don't remember that shit. And I'm being very for real. But anyway, shout out to all the lovers out there. Shout out to all the people that are in love. Shout out to all the people that show love. If you don't have a significant other in your life, it don't mean that you don't have to do anything. Like, why do I keep bumping this mic? Because the thing about it is that you can show love wherever you choose to show love. And I'm gonna tell you something. Huh? Oh, it's like if you know some elderly people, got some elderly people in your life, go by there. If you don't have a significant other, go and talk to them and be real with them. I mean, they finna go right and be with God anyway, so you might as well be cool with them and go and talk to them and get them to get you some information, and then you know for a fact you got somebody up there on your side. I mean, you can even tell elderly people the truth, because a lot of times people don't believe what they be saying anyway. So go and spend some time with the elderly person. It'll make them feel very, very happy, and you will think that you're gifting them, but you're really gifting yourself by going to spend time with somebody who done been on earth for a while. You know what I'm saying? And just done seen a lot of shit. Tonight, y'all, I got on my I Love Wayne t-shirt. I was rocking this t-shirt in New York because everybody know everything in New York say I love New York. But this was the shirt that I wore. Shout out to Amazon, because they sent me one and it looked like no. And I said, I don't like this. And I told them, I'm going to return this. This is not what I want. And Amazon said, you know what? We're going to send you another one, and you can keep that one that you got. We're so sorry. And they got me another one. So I had this on, but I had a red mini skirt on that I can't find. I had a red mini skirt on, and then I thought, I need to rock my leather mini skirt anyway, because I don't want nobody to be thinking that's the only skirt I got. Like, I did take some pictures in that red mini skirt. But I was in New York. It was so awesome. It was raining. I got on my rain boots tonight. I love wearing my rain boots. And Wayne came on the stage. Did I shout out Wayne for that Tyler Hero? Shout out Wayne for Tyler Hero and No Ceilings 3 A side and B side. I feel like the B side was better, but all of it was amazing. I just felt like, I don't know, I felt a special connection to the B side. But anyway, shout out to all of the Lil Wayne records and all the awesome things that Lil Wayne's got going on right now. Wherever he is in the world, shout out to him. He did an amazing job performing Super Bowl weekend. Thank you, Wayne, for tweeting, for just letting us know you are right. We just love when Wayne peek out, even if he just say some shit that we don't even understand what he's talking about. It's some people that do understand, and if you don't understand what Wayne is talking about, he's probably talking about some athlete that's not like popular in the mainstream. Sometimes I don't know who people are, and I just read the comments, and there's some really awesome people in the comments that will let you know who people are. So shout out to Wayne for having such an immense love for sports and helping his fans, because we be retweeting that shit. We don't even know what he's talking about. But anyway, I think it's beautiful because I learn something. Every time I look and I say, I don't know what the hell this is or who this person is, I grow a little bit more, because I can look that shit up, and it was just something that I wouldn't have thought about, and then it ends up being a very awesome person, a very awesome coach, or just figure in the world that we just wasn't even thinking about. So shout out to Lil Wayne for always being on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that's gonna help you grow. But anyway, last week, I was kind of bragging on my outfit last week. And I was like, I wanted to wear this and blah, blah, blah. This is what I liked. Baby, I looked at that video and that's what I said. I was like, damn, listen, I have tried so many times, to like diet. And I can't. And I'm not. Because I don't know how. Because I cook too damn good. I feel like James Brown. James Brown said, because I sing good and I dance good and I make love good. Rest in peace, James Brown. But, yeah, man, I mean, I'm in the store and I'm looking at some shit and I'm moving through the produce department, and all of a sudden I got this meal put together in my head. on how I'm going to hook this shit up. And I'm just like, why would God give me the gift of being able to literally look at some produce and a meal start coming together in my head because I'm looking at how fresh the celery is. And I'm like, damn, that celery is fresh and crisp. You can tell that shit is like got a lot of flavor, and so I want to go make this because it's got celery in it, and I know how to make it. And so I made a whole damn taco casserole and a coconut cake for a party of one. I actually took my ass to work on Super Bowl Sunday, but it's just something about, I think it's something in Southern women. I don't give a damn if you are a single person, if ain't nobody coming by. Like, I don't believe you a real Southern girl if you don't cook nothing, if you don't even open up a can of Bruce candy yams. You might not be from around here because it's something about the holiday. Even if we say we not going to do nothing at all, we got to do a little something, okay? We might open up a can of chicken and dumplings. I don't know. But we got to make some cornbread, and then make a little cake and be like, girl, I ain't even do nothing. But I did hook up this little chicken and dumplings.
I gotta let you know, Lucas McCain said you look good to him.
Oh, thank you, Lucas.
I like the ooh.
Baby, if I tell you I was finna thug it out like Lucas, you hear me? I was like, fuck it. A few minutes ago, I was like, I didn't get a chance to go and buy anything to drink. And I like to drink because it seemed like my throat be getting a little dry. And I was kind of thinking about that. I was listening to myself, man. I was so grateful and thankful to everybody who listened to my show from last week. I did listen to my own show 5 times. So I was so grateful when I got to 55 views because I was like, damn, I didn't hit 50 views. This is beautiful. But I don't want to make it seem like I cheated and gave myself the 50 views, even though I did watch my own shit from top to bottom. And sometimes, like I said, it was really important for me to get something to drink. This just for every time, just to have a little something to wet my whistle, because I do not want to be sounding like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I'm going to tell you something. My voice, you got to be very, very careful about, like who you choose to spend your time with, what reason you give yourself to spend time with certain people. Because for a long, long time, I used to be telling myself, I got to be around these certain people because they're so-and-so. I got to be around this person because we're related. And I didn't even realize them people, listen, I don't think that they have the power to know. Just a wicked spirit be working in people. And that spirit made me a lot of times like get into a shouting match with people. And I feel like that the shouting match, smoking, has been a little bit detrimental over the years for my voice. Listening to some of my old shows, my voice used to be so crystal clear and so smooth like yogurt. And I don't know, things change, but I always appreciated my voice being very feminine, being very sexy, being able to talk, wherever I wanted to go and talk, I could go and hold a conversation and do it in my natural voice. It's not that I think that people will start talking proper because they're in certain places. I think that they understand business. And why would you sacrifice the business trying to be something? If you have the ability and the blessing to be able to take it to another level, you're adjusting yourself to your environment so that everybody can be comfortable, and so you also can be comfortable. Because if you're in an environment where you're going to be talking to people and they're not going to be talking to you back that way, it's going to look crazy anyway. But shout out to Lucas. What happened to their show? They didn't do their show on Sunday?
Not this past Sunday they did, but they'll be back. So what they're gonna do is a Saturday and a Sunday show this week.
A double feature.
A double feature.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever be wanting they show to end. I be like, damn, it's over already.
Yeah. 2 days with Lucas.
Yes.
Back to back.
Baby, and look, Lucas, baby, he gonna have. I thought about him when I went in the store just a few minutes ago. Because like I said, I had in my head this really cute strawberry drink I was gonna make for us for Valentine's.
Okay.
And the day just said otherwise.
It
I
happens.
had some things that I had to do, and I was pissed off at myself. I had to kind of look at the bright side of a situation, but long story made short, I've always made sure that I took the time out to make sure I show gratitude in way of action. So I thank God, and I raised three kids by myself. They were all 4 years and 3 months apart. With me having my very first child when I was only 18 years old. And
Okay.
I had an apartment, similar to what you were sharing with me about how, we just had to get out there.
Mhm.
I never really had my parents like to fall on. I never went to go live with my dad or my mom or anything like that. Not trying to measure my struggle against anybody else's, but it was just I was out here with no one to call on. I had no one literally that I could pick up the phone and say, "Hey, can you go pick up my son from school?" Nobody. So with that being said, down through the years, I have um never gone without transportation with my children.
Okay.
While I never really had anybody to call, I never had to call anybody. God always made sure I had a car. Like, maybe it wasn't always the car that I wanted, but we always had a car. So a lot of times I would find myself knowing that sometimes I didn't even know how I got this car. Like one time, literally, I didn't have a car. I used to have this Pontiac Sunfire, and it something was going on with the radiator. So since something was going on with the radiator, I couldn't drive the car all the way downtown to my job. I could only drive the kids to the daycare. I put some water in it. I kept water jugs in my
Oh
car,
wow.
and I would put water in it in the morning. This is in the summer. It could get us to the daycare that was at Beckley and Sainer. I was living off of Redbird Lane and Polk.
Okay.
And my kids' daycare was at Beckley and Sainer. And so, well, not too far from Beckley Center. And so I would have enough, the car would be cool enough for me to get to Beckley Center. And I would have to leave the car there and then go get on the bus to go to work because the car wasn't going to make it all the way downtown.
Right.
So every day I would go do that with the kids. And then on weekends, I would I would go and wash my clothes. I would rent a car for the weekends. Okay. So I would rent me a car from Alamo, so me and the kids could go to church. We could go out to eat because I wanted them. I always took them to restaurants so they could know how to eat and know how to treat people. So we would always go to a restaurant after church on Sunday. And so I would have a car to do that, and also get up on Saturday mornings, do my laundry, and go to the grocery store, especially after the kids was old enough to like stay at home by themselves. Mm-hmm. And I was so tired of doing that. And one day, I was just like, God, I'm tired. I'm just tired of doing this. I'm in this cycle. I'm grateful, but I don't know how to get out this cycle. And if I tell you, about a week later, a check came in the mail.
Amen.
From the state comptroller's office.
Okay.
For $3,000. It was a green check, like that used to be like the way the Social Security checks used to look.
Yeah.
And it also, like child support checks used to come back in the day.
Okay.
So I called them. I was like, this check just came in the mail for $3,000. I was like, I don't know if they were like, no, we checked the records. It's your check. It came from something, and I can't remember the word that they used, but it would be years later that I would find out that they had held some money from me that they weren't supposed to hold.
Okay.
So they had, and this worked out so beautifully because, long story made shorter, I had never got food stamps or none of that before. I was going to UTD. And this girl that was going to UTD, one day I was talking to her and I was telling her that I had a baby. She was like, you have a baby? Do you get food stamps? I was like, no. She was like, you need to fill it out. You can get food stamps for you and your baby. So I got it, and I was getting the food stamps. I was going to school getting the food stamps. And then I ended up getting a job at Citibank Visa.
It was on the bulletin board, and people wanted to work part-time, but it was like a temp agency, like seasonal type of job where you go just work in collections at Citibank Visa. So that was not the job for me, because if I tell you I'd be on the phone with them people, my supervisor one time was listening, told me she needed to talk to me after work. She said, Mecca, you know we're here to collect money, right? I said, yes, ma'am. She told me, well, why? Well, why aren't you on the phone damn near praying with the people?
Not praying with the people. Okay.
I said, because these people is having a hard time. She said, you have all the information right in front of you of all the charges that they use. You're on the phone letting them give you a sob story. You're not even making a promise to pay.
Yo, that's too funny. How long did that job last?
Baby, they had to let me go. But the crazy part about it was they let me go. And I wasn't working there anymore. I was just going to school. And really, it was kind of hard anyway, because trying to go to school, you know, I had a baby. My roommate was going to SMU, and she would watch my baby sometimes, like when I would work in the evening time, but it really wasn't on her to watch my baby, you know. So I really kind of wanted to get away from it anyway. Long story made shorter, fast forward about 5 years after that, my daughter, my oldest daughter, her dad, he called me, and the police had his house surrounded. Now, he done went and got his ass in the closet, because he talking about he think they looking for him, but they looking for me. And what they was looking for me for was because of them damn food stamps. They had pulled it up, and evidently, I guess they pull your records from the Texas Workforce Commission, or they run your social security number every quarter or something like that. And it just so happened in a particular quarter that I was working, I was getting food stamps, and I didn't report it within 10 days. And so the police were looking for me because the people had put a warrant out for my arrest.
Damn.
So come to find out, my daughter's grandmother, because we were using her address at one point in time, that's why the food stamp people was trying to reach me at her address. Her thinking I'm trying to put her son on child support, she throwing everything that come through the damn mail that's got some government type shit on it away, because she think I'm trying to put her son on child support.
Okay.
Anyway, ended up being on probation. Some bullshit. I don't think that I'm better than anybody, but that's why I don't like fucking with the government, because I'm the person who always get caught. So here I am on probation. Gotta go take a drug test. This one wanted to drug test me. I think she used to like being in the bathroom, me pull my pants down. Lisa Cassell used to be looking up my damn dress every damn time I go in the bathroom. I didn't have nothing related, and I literally knew people that had dope cases that they wasn't getting drug tested every 30 days. Anyway, I don't know why I started talking about that. I think I started talking about that because I started talking about the bullshit I had to deal with this week.
Well, you was talking about the $3,000 check you got.
Yeah, I got a $3,000 check to go get me a car.
Okay.
And I went and got me a car. Shout out to Westway Ford in Irvin. I went and got me a car, and now I also want to continue to tell God thank you by whoever there may be that I know that might need a ride. I will give you a ride. And my cousin, bless her heart, she asked me to come and pick her up. She's been kind of dealing with a lot too. And we went to go eat. And after we left from going to eat, now I done made it through all the ice, snow, freezing rain, all of that, baby. I even slid one time, but nothing happened. Thank God. I get her ass in the car. We go eat at Olive Garden because my auntie gave her a gift card. She wanted to go use it, even though I don't know how. You call me because you got a gift card to go eat at Olive Garden. I leave out of there still spending $50. I don't even fuck with Olive Garden like that. But shout out to them because they was decent. I was kind of scared, but you know what? Olive Garden didn't disappoint. Olive Garden at Greenville and 635. It used to be a Red Lobster, I think, next door. Something had burnt down over there, and I don't know if it was that Red Lobster.
Cheddar's next door, though.
Okay, it was a Cheddar's too. That's right. So anyway, we ended up going to that one because that one was the closest one to my cousin's house, and yeah, we ate. I ended up having spent $50. I don't know how. Mainly because I think I gave the girl a good tip because my cousin was just wearing the girl out. She was trying so hard. But anyway, my cousin asked me to stop at the damn store so she could get some beer and cigarettes on the way home. So we stopped at this janky ass gas station at the corner of Coit and 635. And the shit is busy like damn Union Station. I'm talking about it's so many people pulling out of there, but it is like 2 or 3 days, or maybe might have been even the next day when people first started kind of moving around when the snow and the ice and shit first started to melt and more people was on the road. So maybe that's why there was so many people there. Long story made short, I don't know why I didn't just park, and it was crowded. So what I kept doing was I kept moving my car around. So I done circled around 2 times because I'm pulled in front of the gas pump. I done circled around 2 times, and finally a parking space come up. But whatever, and I don't know if anybody else had this experience, but whatever was in that ice or whatever, it left like a white film on everybody's car that was parked outside. On their windows and on their car, it was like a little white film. So I couldn't see out of my back window. Her ass was literally in that store for damn near 10 minutes. Supposed to be just going to get beer and cigarettes. So what I did was kept moving. Then I pulled into a parking space. I pulled into the parking space. She finally brought her ass back outside. She talking about, now she feeling bad because you know you done been in that damn store too damn long. And you got somebody out here waiting on you. But she gonna get in the car and be like, do you see that lady right there? That lady right there left her phone on the counter. And when she left her phone on the counter, the phone, they telling her they can't find the phone, and I told her she need to tell them. You need to tell. Why are you in there in them people business? You got somebody out here waiting on you. But while she pointing out the lady, I'm looking at the woman bagging out the parking space, and boom, hit a damn sign. No, I hit a damn sign. So I was talking to my brother. Yes.
Oh.
While she talking to me, I hit the damn sign, the big steel sign. Like I said, I done drove all over town on the highways and byways.
Did you like mess your car up, hit the sign?
Man, I knocked the shit out of my bumper. But I'm gonna tell you something. That shit had me so damn mad. I didn't want to hear no music or nothing. So it was a dent that hit the bumper, and then it also hit the tow hitch, and it made the tow hitch kind of pop out. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know there was a tow hitch until the man told me it was a tow hitch. But anyway, I just thought to myself, I'm like, Lord, how did this happen to me? And I was out here trying to help someone. This is not money that I wanted to spend right now. So I was kind of messed up about that. But I'm so crazy because I was telling myself when I was on my way here, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to spend the money. I want to get my car fixed. I want to get the car fixed. I can't ride around like that. And I thought about some stuff that I needed to do. I done took the car to go get the car repaired, right? And I'm thinking about how I could call somebody to get me to do the things that I need to do. Because Tuesday is really the only day I need a vehicle. Every other day I can work with the train or the bus because I live like right on the train station. So I threw a line out there, you know, like seeing if like I could get somebody to maybe do some shit that I would do for people, because I done a lot. I let people keep my car, whatever, you know. I'm just like all about trying to make sure I can do whatever I can for somebody. Mm-hmm. But that shit hits you in the bottom of your the pit of your stomach and in the bottom of your heart when you get to that point where you don't have anything, you can't think of anybody. Anybody. I was thinking of myself, but I was smiling at myself today as I spent money, took my card to the people, gave them money, went back and got the card. Card not fixed yet. Went back and got it myself because I'm grateful that it's kind of sad, but I'm grateful that I'm that type of person. I'm the type of person that'll sit on the dock of the bay and I will throw my line out there and cast it in the water. And if I don't get a bite or if I just simply get tired of sitting out there, thank God I can just put up my little fishing pole and take myself to ocean air. Sit there. Because you know what? Thank God for the strength and for the ability to make money. And thank you that as long as life exists on earth. You know, I said to myself, I thank God every day that the things and the gifts that he put in my hand, I could trade it. Like, I don't have to, like, if it came to a point where money wasn't relevant anymore, I could still function because I'm in the people business. So I'm grateful for that. And so I'll just make the money back. It could have been so much worse. I was on the phone with my brother this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm just like, I can't believe this. But, and my brother, he's so crazy. He talking about, you riding around niggas who ain't got a nickel to throw at the shit.
That's funny. That's funny.
Woo! But anyway, if they had money to put towards it, then it wouldn't be the blessing that it is. So I'm not complaining. I'm not talking about it. It's just that was kind of how my week went, with my mind being a little bit consumed from the gate. Because I think when things like that happen, all you can think about is woulda, coulda, shoulda. What if I never would have moved? What if I would have refused to go to that store and just went to another store? All of that shit. So anyway, it happened. Like my brother lovingly reminded me this morning, what if you would have ran over a person? I was talking to my homegirl in Rhode Island this evening, and she's so crazy. I was telling her about it, and she said, because I was thinking to myself, I said, what if I had hit a car? And I said, that would have been fucked up because then I would have had to been dealing with that. And I said, well, damn, my brother reminded me this morning, what if I would have hit a person? My friend from Rhode Island, shout out to Brandy. Brandy say, because you would have just had to thug it out, bitch. You just had to drive off. I said, what? She said, if you would have hit a person, she said, I'm thinking about that movie Crash. Where Ludacris hit that Chinese man. I said, girl, I wouldn't have done that. She talking about, girl, you don't have time for that shit. But thank God it wasn't a person. It could have been so much worse. I did not want to spend $500 on that. But I'm grateful to God that I had it to spend to line up with the desires of my heart. And Lord willing, I'll just go next week and I'll make some more money. Like, everything is good right here and right now, with the exception of me not wanting to spend that money. But it's honestly God that had me out here like this, and he always have. Like, I'm always like, God, can I just, like, for a little bit, have a little bit of easy street? He be like, no. Nope. Aren't you having a good time, God? Like, I'm having a good time. I'm like, but it's like, I don't like keep on feeling like I'm finna crash and you be like, whoa, we move out the way, then we be good. But it has been happening for a long time. Speaking of the anniversaries, Love Week, tomorrow, which is February the 12th. What's tomorrow? The 11th?
Yes.
Okay. It's the 11th or the 12th. I've always felt like that it was the 11th, but maybe it's the 12th. But tomorrow, I believe, will also mark, between today and tomorrow, tomorrow and the next day, it will mark the 30th anniversary I believe, of me being in a real live active shootout
Oh, wow.
and surviving. So much so that the lady that was observing everything from the window, she thought I was with the people that was doing the shooting. So rest in peace to my boyfriend, who I had at the time. Korish was an awesome person. And he actually came up to the school because he was going to be working on Valentine's Day. And he came up to the school because I was going to the school that he had graduated from the year before. And it was my senior year in high school. And he came up to the school to bring me my Valentine's stuff. And I will never forget, this girl came up to me and told me that he was there. And I was in the lunchroom eating, and I jumped up and dumped my tray in the trash. I didn't even give a damn about the stuff I was eating. And I will never forget, I met him at the front of the cafeteria. Oh my God, he was so fine, so handsome. Everybody was crazy about him, and he was my man, coming to see me, bring me some Valentines. So his cousin lived right around the corner from the school, and his cousin, his brother was with him. I don't know what his brother was doing, maybe in the school going to see somebody that he knew or what. But after I threw my tray in the trash and I told him I was finna skip fourth period and just go and hang out with him until after all the lunches was over, and then just go to fifth period when he left. So I went over to his cousin's house with him. And no, I take that back. Before we left out of the school, he ended up seeing this guy. And I thought him and the guy was joking at first. But him and the guy got in each other's face. They started putting each other's finger in each other's face. Like they was finna get ready to fight. And I want to say that part is kind of blurry to me. The more I think about it, I don't know if Courage hit him or not. But I remember just telling him, let's get out of here, because he is at school. He's supposed to be here. You're not even supposed to be in the school. I didn't want them to be pressing charges on him or nothing like that. He had already graduated. So we leave from the school. We go over to his cousin's house. We go over to his cousin's house. We chill over there for a few minutes. We watch some movies. I mean, not movies, but videos. His brother that I talked to not too long ago told me that he remembered the song that was on the TV. And it was a song by Tony Tone. I don't remember what song it was, but when he told me about the song, I was like, oh, okay, I think I kind of remember that. Anyway, we getting ready to leave. We only stay over to the cousin's house for a short period of time. By the time we get on the street, we getting ready to go back to school. They gonna ride the bus, and I'm going back to school. These dudes, they riding around the neighborhood, and they pass down the street in a red car. And it's crazy because it was just the same kind of little bullshit ass car like they had that red car that was on Boys in the Hood. So the dudes come down the street. Once they see us walking up the street, they turn down the street that we own, and they jump out the car. Now it's 3 or 4 dudes. The dude that was at the school and some other people that was with him. And they jump out and they start fighting. So my boyfriend, he spurred a dude that is the person he was fighting with at the school. He spurred him in the face. When he spurred him in the face, he started crying and run his ass to the car. So my mind tell me he must got a gun in the car. So I run to the car too, and I run and jump in the people's car and lock the doors. So they hollering at me, bitch, get out of our car, get out of our car. So I get out the car. By this time, my boyfriend done started fighting with one of the other dudes that was there. So they all out there fighting. I see my boyfriend's brother on the side. He also fighting somebody. All of a sudden, I start hearing pow, pow, pow. I'm talking gunshots. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look up, it's another dude that was with them, a dude that's got glasses on, and he's shooting. I break out running towards the guy that's shooting. When I get up close on him, I realize he got his eyes closed. He just holding the gun, shooting with his eyes closed. I ran up to him and grabbed his hands. This is an active shooter. I ran up to him and grabbed his hands. And I think the reason why I felt so comfortable grabbing his hands, because, like, when I was in high school, a lot of boys used to try to talk to me and stuff. I used to think I was cute, and maybe I thought that would be the reason why he wouldn't, like, shoot me. Like, I feel like if that would have been happening this day and time, something definitely would have happened to me. But the dude did push me down on the ground and put the gun in my face. He said, "Bitch, you better raise up off of me." And he pulled the trigger. And I'm here to tell the story. And I did not get shot, thank God. But I was so courageous in that situation and so busy trying to save everybody that was out there that the lady who was observing from her window, she thought I was with the people because she couldn't believe that I would have ran up to the dude and grabbed his hands and I didn't know him. But as Lord is my witness, and I believe that God is still alive, he will be able to tell you that I don't know him. I never knew him, but I did most definitely grab his hands. So after years of feeling guilty, like not feeling guilty like I had done something wrong, but feeling guilty like, the same thing like I was thinking about with that accident. If I would have just, of course, if he wouldn't have been up there trying to bring me something, for whatever reason we weren't going to be it. I know he was working on Valentine's Day, but I don't know what was going on. It was all kind of woulda, coulda, shouldas in my mind of what I feel like could have happened. Maybe if I would have decided I wasn't going to skip class and I was going to just stay at the school, then he would have just left. I don't know. All I know is that that's been about 30 years ago. And, man, I still think about him. Every year when his birthday come, every damn, February the 11th or 12th, we had a baby, and our baby also died the 2 months before that in December. So I do know that her birthday was December 12th, and she passed away on December 13th. So with that being said, it was like 2 months and then 2 months. That shit was absolutely wild. But every single year when the time come around, I just never stop. I don't fail to stop and give special attention to that day and what happened and the fact that I'm still here. And when I feel other things coming towards me or I feel like other things are trying to happen to me, I always reflect on that. On the fact that I was damn near out of my mind to walk up on someone who was actively shooting a gun. For whatever reason, I felt like that nothing would happen to me. And that shit ended up being some bullshit because for a little part of time, even though we went to trial and all of that stuff, the news was the first ones to put it out there. They put out, Channel 4 put out, it was a lot of news stations that was reporting it because it was a shooting that had happened at a school. So they put out 2 guys was out there fighting over a girl. And it was crazy because they weren't fighting over me. Wasn't dealing with this other guy or none of the people, but for years it seemed like I spent so much time trying to convince people, trying to get people to not think that about me. I wasted a lot of my life trying to do that. And the bottom line was, I wasn't even stopping to give myself credit for what I actually did do. And that was run up on an active shooter. Like, I think that was just an adrenaline rush, as we spoke about, those kids and everything and people talking about like what could have happened. And what didn't happen or whatever the case may be, that's a situation I know for a fact I wasn't even related to anybody out there, but my heart still wanted to help and save and protect. So for the people that felt like that woman should have done more, maybe they've been in a situation like that. I know I have, and I know what I did. So the expectation is fair. Everybody don't have the courage to do that kind of stuff, though. A lot of people don't have the courage just to do anything by themselves. But you know what? I didn't touch on really any hot topics this week. I wanted to. I got 10 minutes left. I what did I want to touch on? Damn, what did I have on them note cards? Let me see what I had in my gallery. Yeah, but as far as what I didn't finish saying earlier about the can.
I was going to ask you what your thoughts was. I know you saw. Did you see the Super Bowl?
I seen a little bit of the Super Bowl. I'm so glad I went to work for the Super Bowl because it was some bullshit.
Okay.
And I don't understand why we had two different Super Bowls going on. I don't understand why Bad Bunny was up there singing in Spanish. I listened to some commentary earlier today that said that he said about 4 months ago on a show, an interview, he said something in Spanish and the people didn't understand him, and he was like, well, you better learn. You got 4 months to learn. So evidently 4 months ago he knew. But my thing is, this is not a Latin American country. Latin, this is the problem I think that is really plaguing a lot of people. You think people are broke and they're not. Like, Mexico is not broke. There's a lot of Mexican people here that you might not consider rich, but there's a lot of rich Mexican people here too. And I done seen them working in the hotels. Yeah, I see them. Don't speak a lick of English, but them diamonds and them Louis Vuitton bags and all that kind of stuff, that stuff be real. And when I say, like, they don't speak any English, it is some very, very classy, rich people that don't speak English, like that are from other countries that come here, and you can just tell all the kids got iPads. Everybody is doing really well. So it's interesting that the United States of America and a lot of people that aren't fully informed, I'll say, in the United States of America feel like the people of other countries are the burden of the United States of America. Those people have countries that have very, very wealthy people and very, very wealthy resources that are running them that we should be imposing on to help their people. Because I don't care what anybody say. You could talk about the United States of America all you want to. Why you would do that, I do not know, because where is better? Where you gonna go live like you live in here? And for all the people that hate America so bad, quit fucking talking about it and just fucking leave, because nobody ain't gonna try to stop you. I remember on the movie Rosewood where John Voight and Ving Rhames was having a conversation, and Ving Rhames told John Voight, I only been in Rosewood for 2 days and they begging me to stay. Now you load up your wagon and see who try to stop you. All these people who talking about how horrible America is, the door is wide open. The borders are to keep people out that are coming in illegally. But the border to leave, that other door to go out, is wide open. So just walk through it and go live wherever you feel like you can live better. And I guarantee you won't find anywhere. You can scream the motherland and put on red, purple, and black and yellow all you want to, and green and whatever the African colors is, but take your ass over there and try to live and see that you get your hat broke to you, okay? You can't even call 911. Somebody get to whooping your ass over there. You can't call 911 because the police ain't coming. So pick any continent, any kind of, wherever you think you from. Ancestry.com done told you from, and try to go and live there. You're in the very best place that you can be. So with that being said, I did not appreciate Bad Bunny being up there singing in Spanish. A lot of our professional ball players have gone overseas to play. That didn't just happen in the movie Love and Basketball. We've had quite a few professional ball players. I believe Allen Iverson even went and played overseas, and a few other people have gone to play overseas, most definitely some women, because they pay women overseas to more money than the WNBA play women. So we have had a lot of Americans, and just like in that movie, what was it, Love and Basketball, and that coach was in the damn locker room, and he came in there and gave them some instructions in Spanish, and the girl Monica say had looked at the girl Monica say, "What did he say?" That girl say, "He said give the ball to you." But I didn't see them waving no damn American flag or doing shit for America, and they sure ain't finna do shit for no black Americans. And I'm not even mad at them because there's nothing wrong. But at the end of the day, don't run your ass up out of another country and then come over here and start burning our flag and waving your flag. Wave your damn flag where you are from and make shit right there. Quit coming over here making it hot. So that's what I got to say about that. I did not appreciate, and the reason why I didn't appreciate, because I know everybody's seen, or a few people seen, where it came up on President Trump's, what was it, his Truth Social or whatever, the whole video about talking about voter fraud. And he said that, he didn't get a chance to see it all. A staffer did it and all that kinds of stuff. Here is the deal. I do not care for Barack Obama or Michelle Obama. I don't care for them. Does that mean that I'm going to be, Trump's cheerleader? No. I don't have to be a part of a particular party, and it is possible for two things to be true at one time. I don't appreciate, because I feel like that there are a lot of people out here that are running with the racism narrative, and at the end of the day, I don't even have to look for another person. I am a living witness, a black woman in the state of Texas, born and raised here. I've never not done anything that I wanted to do. I've never not gone anywhere that I haven't wanted to go. When I was riding a bus on the way to high school when I was young, I was looking up at them buildings downtown, and I said, I want to work downtown. My best friend, her mom worked downtown, and she used to look so fly every day going downtown for her job at Bank of America. And I used to always say, I want to work downtown. And my mama, God, and a few other folks are witnesses to the fact that I worked for some very prominent companies downtown Dallas, 8 to 5 every single day, hour lunch, 401k, the whole nine. I did all of that without a college degree. So with that being said, I'm grateful to God that I walked through the door. At the beginning of my career, I didn't even have a full, real high school diploma. But I still was making way back, I'm talking about in 2001, or was it 2001? It might have been 2001, might have been before that. But I was not even no college degree, nothing, all up in corporate America, making $60,000. I bought my own house. I went and paid cash for my Cadillac, all kind of shit. So with that being said, my only interaction that I have had with white folks in Dallas, Texas, God bless them, and I'm grateful for the ones that I've had the blessed opportunity to do business with. My clients ain't never shorted me, ain't never not paid me, and always pay me on time, always tip me, and always refer me to their friends. And that's what we should be concerned about. What is it that's going on in your life, your family, your children, your nephew who ain't got a daddy, your niece who ain't got a mama? Those are the things we need to be putting our energy into, because I feel like a lot of this stuff ain't nothing but some damn usurping of sucking up people's energy, like freaking energy vampires. They get people all worked up. So, like I said, I feel like people, real reason, with Donald Trump is that he will say some shit that I feel like that he don't necessarily have to always say. But Donald Trump to me is just like he was born rich. And I don't think that he's a bad person. I really don't think he's a bad person. I do believe that he is a spoiled, entitled person who is never really had to bite his tongue about nothing. Because when you come from money and you got own land and you're able to employ people all your entire life, at what point do you get that muzzle or that filter? Where do you get the filter? You don't ever have the filter. So with that being said, I think a lot of people don't appreciate things. I didn't appreciate that video, mainly because, and I'm just going to wrap this up with this, 'cause I know I'm out of time, but the main reason why I didn't appreciate it was because of the fact that I feel like that a lot of people are running with the racism narrative, and you just giving more people, more fuel for the people that have been misinformed and the people who haven't had an opportunity to live and to realize the opportunities that are available to them or haven't made proper use of it. I don't know what to say about it. But with that all being said, I do appreciate the fact, and I feel like that him saying that he wasn't going to apologize, I get it, but if you're not aware that there are a lot of people out here that don't know the full story, then you're just not paying attention. And then I had to remind myself that none of these people that you see, the next time you allow yourself to get upset about something that you see on TV, go watch the movie Casino. Make you a trip to the Mob Museum in Las Vegas, and you'll walk away with a different perspective. The people that you see are not the people that's running shit. So I'm not happy about the fact that he posted that or allowed it to be posted and didn't let us know if it was supposed to be a staffer or whatever the case may be. I don't think that he runs any of that, but I also don't believe, not making any excuses for him or anybody else, but I just think that we're out here getting emotional over shit because we believe that these people have the power that we think they have, or the world has tried to make you believe that they have. They don't have that power. They are taking orders as well. Not making excuses for anybody, because a lot of times you have to make a deal to be put in a position to even take orders. Look at all these people who just throwing themselves at the feet of the devil. He like, I don't even want you. Because it ain't doing nothing for them. But there are certain people that have other purposes and have other influences that get recruited to do certain things. And so as those people are recruited to do certain things, they get involved. I feel like often it comes to a point to where they're in too deep. Like Cain said on Menace to Society, I done too much to go on. I done too much to turn back. So they right there just trying to figure it out, like I've been trying to figure it out this week. Thank God I don't have those issues. But there are people out there that have those issues. And unfortunately, they be just as shocked as you are when they ass go down. Because I don't care what nobody say, you're not going to get to the right place going the wrong direction. That's why I'm grateful every single day and for every little bitty ounce of anything that happens for me, because I know that I got it honest. So a person might be looking at it and saying, oh, she don't even have 100 views. But you know what? I appreciate every ounce of what comes to me, because what I know and what I know God knows, it was genuine, it was authentic, it was all the way me, and it was the very best that I could do or that I knew to do in the moment. So other people, like I say, focus on what it is that you got going on, acknowledge the presence of God, because he can always see you. Okay. So with that being said, if it's something that you might be thinking about doing, or you're doing, or you're thinking, or you think you're doing behind closed doors, if you would be embarrassed if that thing that you're doing were exposed to somebody that you'd like to impress, stop it. Because God can see you. And it's only what he see and what he allowed that's going to happen or not happen. So God bless everybody, man. I'm so grateful to have had this time next week. Okay, because with every new situation, I grow a little bit more. So I thank God for it. That little bump in the road, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? I was very frustrated this week. But like I said, everything is good right here and right now. Lord willing, I'll go to work. I'll make the money back, and I'll live to fight another day. So I hope and pray that everybody has an amazing Valentine's Day, an amazing rest of the week. And I will see y'all, Lord willing, on next Tuesday. Good night.
diamonds colored cheese on them dress. You niggas ain't ballin'. Real talk. You niggas can't guard me. Two niggas can't guard me. You looking at y'all from the side like Spike at the garden. I got the hardest bars. Call me the warden. Yeah, excuse me, pardon. I break a bitch down like